Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Maxine Shriber joining us here today live from beautiful New York City from Maxine Shriber Design. Oh yeah, she's back with some more amazing plans. And of course, we're going to see a lot of her work today, really from blueprint to permits to construction. She's here helping you and overseeing the team to finalize the product of your whole design, from all phases. So welcome back today. How are you?
I'm great. I'm getting used to the cooler weather, but I'm great.
I know I'm a little cold today. I'm like, I wish I wore a sweater, and I didn't. Tell us a little bit about yourself and company for those new timers today, please.
Okay, we're a one-stop kind of design company. We handle from blueprints to your design to elevations to layouts, then getting all kinds of codes and permits, and then we handle all the construction and all the purchasing for everything to make your design perfect.
Perfect. Thank you. And I know today we have a great show in store. And give us a little premise for today. What are we going to be seeing?
Okay, so today, this was a couple that live Upper East Side on Fifth Avenue. And they brought up their children in this apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Their children are all grown. They even have grandchildren. And they were looking around to buy another apartment and realized this apartment is perfect. But now they wanted to make it for themselves. So from the most important thing, she loves cooking, so she wanted a great kitchen and wanted all the bathrooms to be renovated. But today we're basically working on the kitchen aspect of it. And so they had a very small kitchen before, but next to it they had a maid's room slash guest room and a little bathroom and then a laundry room. And what I did is I broke it all up and I ripped everything down, and you'll see the progress and you'll see what we did and the products that we used to make her dream come true. And she's overjoyed with it. It also is a kosher kitchen, which a lot of people want kosher kitchens, even if they're not Jewish, which gives them double ovens, gives them double dishwashers. Like if you have a lot of company over, you get everything going. And
I was
you
going to
have
ask, what is the
dishes.
official meaning of a kosher kitchen? Could you just share with us?
Okay, so kosher kitchen is a couple of quality things, like the countertops cannot be of wood or certain materials like formica. They have to be of things that will not absorb. So remember we talked about Caesar stone, which a
Yeah.
lot of people are now going for their kitchen. So they mostly use Caesar stone, or they can use a very hard granite because that also does not absorb. And then they have two dishwashers, one for dairy and one for meat. And they also have two ovens. The stovetop, because they use different pots, does not matter, but they all want at least a 5-burner stovetop. And of course, they have double refrigerators. So it's really it's unique, and people love it, and people want it who are not kosher, who want that all of these extra things in their home. Oh,
And we,
and the other thing is one other thing I forgot to tell you, all the equipment in it. I mean, I had to learn this too, but all the equipment in it has a Shabbat, which is the Friday night Sabbath. It turns off the lights automatically so that they can open up their refrigerator, or they can open up the oven to see if it's cooking right without a light going on, because it's something where they're not supposed to switch on lights.
yeah.
So a lot of companies, with the exception of Mealy, which I happen to love that company, have a Shabbat turn off, automatic turn off. And all you have to do is set it and it will turn it off. Not the
Amazing. Thank
cooling
you for
aspect,
teaching
but
that to me. Well, as I just mentioned last night, I started watching that show on Netflix about the hot rabbi, right? It's Nobody Wants This. And
right.
you were talking, a lot of people, right, has been in the public eye for a while looking for it's Adam Brody, the hot rabbi. And he obviously has a kosher kitchen, and it's a big topic that's been brought up the past, few months with the show. And I,
Right,
I
because
just
she
started
brought to
watching
the
it. I can't believe it. Yes.
right. So
Oh,
she brought to the kitchen. I think what happened, Elder Core, now that everybody's like into this kosher kitchen thing, she brought to his family a buffet plate, which anybody, if they don't know the rules, happened to have ham on it. So in a kosher kitchen, you can't have anything with pork, no less
Mm-hmm.
ham. So she kind of messed up on everything. And then it became a whole thing. What is a kosher kitchen? What does it have? And they're making a big thing out of it. But anyway, she's still dating the guy.
Yep.
That's the bottom line. He didn't get rid of her after that one.
Oh, well, I can't wait to continue to watch it. So today you're going to show us some of this, right?
Right. So let's start out with the plan. So this was their original. Bring it up. Do you have it? Yeah.
Yep, I
Okay.
see it. There you
So
go.
okay, so this is the original plan of their apartment. And if you see, the kitchen was just a rectangle, small kitchen. If you see, I outlined it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in a lot of kitchens, though, you must keep the gas line in New York City. So no matter what I would do, I would have to keep the stove somewhat on that wall, whatever I
Uh-huh.
design for the future. So this is now what, and then if you see the dotted lines, if you could see it, I don't know if you can, but
Yep,
all the lines are dotted.
I
So it
see.
was had a maid's room slash guest room, um, a bathroom, had a laundry room, and what we did is we ripped it all out. So let's show what the drawing will be. So this becomes their new kitchen. So if you notice, the stove is still somewhat on the wall, but in the center. And
Mm-hmm.
then they have a breakfast nook. Then they have an office within it. They
Wow.
have two dishwashers. They have their washer and dryer in it, so I didn't take anything away from them. They had a double sink in the front there and another dishwasher. And then on the far left, they have far left on the wall with stove, they have a double oven, they have a hood, and then the right and the left side has all the pots and pans for dairy and all the pots and pans for meat. And then if you go into the other area, the the top area where her desk area is, also she has all of her good china and good silver, which you'll see the pictures of that she serves with, because they need different plates and pots for different things like dairy and meat. Anyway, so we did all the lighting, and if you notice, it's all downlight LED. So even though there's a lot of light, it costs very little to run because it's LED, and she probably in her lifetime will never not have it. And here's a
Mm.
blow up of it so you can see it a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah.
And there's the double refrigerator,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's the nook for her to have breakfast, because when she has her grandchildren over, even though
Great.
they're little, they can sit here. And now she has a wonderful powder room that if people are in the dining room, they could come in and use the bathroom there instead of in the hallway. So these are the equipments
Wow.
that we got for her. Um, Also, another item, they cannot, even though I had instant hot there for her on the other side, during Shabbos, they cannot use the instant hot faucet
Oh,
because they're turning it on, and that they cannot do during from Friday night to Saturday night. But we have it there because during the whole week, her husband goes in and makes himself tea or instant coffee or whatever he wants. So there's your double oven, which is a fabulous piece. And that, again, as I said before, it has a Shabbos turn off and one of the best stoves. And here's an extra stove bottom there. So she can put for her baking, or her meat goes in this area and the
mm-hmm.
other ones for baking and so forth on. Thermador is one of the top stove tops. I mean, if you're a cooker, you want Thermador. They're really fabulous. And it's all gas. And then it's a six burner, if you notice.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have the large subway tiles, which I have here. This is the subway tile. We used a very large one, which looked
Mm-hmm.
great on the backsplash. And then her countertop is out of the Caesar stone, which I told you
Yeah.
about. And nothing penetrates it. It's in the neutral. And remember, I told you about the floor that could look like wood, but also
Yes.
porcelain. So all
Yes.
the items in this kitchen are really easy care. Nothing will look horrible, nothing will get ruined, but you'll see all the end pictures.
Okay,
Okay.
great.
And then we show demo. Oh, this is what the kitchen, wait, this is what the kitchen will look like with
Mm-hmm.
your double oven. The right and left side, one is for dairy, one is for meat, um, and then the other dishwasher. But then let's see, want to go, and then we did all kinds of dividers for her so that she can, in one drawer, one side would be for dairy and one side would be for meat in this drawer right here.
Got
And
it.
they're color coordinated, so if you have someone else in your house, they know that they can, the color, one color is for meat and one color is for dairy. I mean, people who are very strict on it, this is very important. So everything was ripped out. So their laundry room, their bathroom, the kitchen, and where that man is standing is their actual dining room. And then, as you notice, all the ceilings were cut up and everything. Now, what you see there, believe it or not, is we had found in the wall, what is it called?
Is it asbestos? Oh, yeah.
Asbestos. So they had to come because the building unfortunately walked up when I was demoing and they said, stop right now. You've got to have this taken out properly. So they came in and they put everything around and then they took out the asbestos. So we had
Mm-hmm.
to remove
Wow.
anything that's asbestos. Okay, next line. Here's more demo because all the old electrical lines, all the old boxes, and then this is the back door to her back elevator.
Okay.
And you'll see what happens with that. I stripped it all the way down and made it back into the original aluminum. Okay, this is the kitchen. So,
Wow.
so we were talking about white, but we did a combination, and this was a very powerful hood, and it has also a heating element in it. So let's say you're cooking some things for a small family and you want to keep it warm, but you want to also keep on cooking. You can put this
Yeah.
right on top there. So it's a great, great piece of equipment to have. And then let's keep on going. Okay, this is now looking at the back elevator door. We stripped it all the way down to the original stainless steel, put a glaze on top of it, and it's really terrific looking when you're there. Now the floor is looks like wood, but it's all porcelain,
Porcelain. Mm-hmm.
this material. Okay. Then on that
Gorgeous.
wall, these are all her built-ins for all her different dishes.
Amazing.
So we have that. This is the little, this is
Mm-hmm.
the area that I told you, which is
Yep.
another sink, his instant hot, which he can use during the week. Her
Mm-hmm.
husband sometimes will sit by her desk, which he doesn't like, but he sits there. And and then she has the microwave there and another dishwasher. So this way, oh, and there far right, you don't see it, but there's a small refrigerator that they can keep extra sodas, wine, and so forth on. So it has everything you
Beautiful.
possibly need. And then is you can see the backsplash is all with the subway tiles, but large ones.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And then the bathroom, which was just a god awful kind of bathroom, is now ready for guests if they want to use it.
And that's
You know,
still the
from the
Caesar
back.
stone there in the bathroom on the countertop
Yes,
as
we
well.
kept the same
Same
stone as
color,
what's
same.
in
Okay.
the, yeah. And
Great.
is there any more pictures? No, and that's it. So that's gives you a feeling how a, a kosher kitchen can be a very luxurious kitchen.
For
And the woman
sure.
is a fabulous cook. So I have stopped by on occasions where they have the holiday dinners, and the smell is fantastic from her kitchen. So she's very happy with that.
Amazing. Beautiful work. Wow. And we're very knowledgeable today learning about the kosher kitchen, which not everybody knows about. And I do have a lot of Jewish friends and they always mention it, but I never really ask specifics of what's the difference or what it is. And I never, thank you for
Well,
elaborating on that. Yeah.
the key to it is that, like the countertops, she can, if she
Hmm.
wipes it down with, let's say, I think it's vinegar and water, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's say she put down something, it's meat is the issue, not dairy. Dairy can go anywhere where meat has been. But if she wants to then put meat on top of where dairy has been, all she has to do is wipe it down with a little vinegar and water because nothing is really absorbed in the Caesar stone. And the double dishwasher is usually the smaller amount of food that you use for dairy is much smaller. So they usually use an 18-inch dishwasher, which is fabulous, and that's made by a few people, Sub-Zero, Mealy, and I think Westinghouse does it. And then
Awesome.
the other one is that they, as I told you, the oven. So she has that big oven underneath that, and that is strictly for meat. Nothing else but goes in there is meat. So she's making a rib roast, all the kind of things, turkeys, whatever. It all goes into the big oven. And then the ovens on the side are all for dairy, meaning pies, cakes, other things, you know, souffles, whatever she cooks. So basically, that's they need all that. And then their silver is always separated. And if you
Mm-hmm.
notice that big wall where all the dishes are,
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be separate. She has for dressy dairy, she has for dressy meat, you know, meaning having people over the company, very fine china. And then she has her regular. So they have like four sets of china all the time and four sets of, it's not an easy thing to have if you want all of this. I mean, you,
No.
but I, next week, I'm going to show you two kitchens that are small in the city, not like this, that are still kosher kitchens,
Wow.
you know, that are more of a normal sized kitchen in a decent apartment. And
Wow.
I'm able to get everything in because they have now a dishwasher. It's by Packle and
Mm-hmm.
it's split. So it's two drawers. So the top drawer is meat and the bottom drawer is dairy or vice versa. So you
Oh.
can have two dishwashers in the place of one.
Now,
There's
let me ask, if you don't mind, for the project you just showed me, let's talk about timing, the process of, putting everything together, getting into fruition, getting the plans drawn to when actually, you have to get the permits, I'm assuming, then the
Mhm.
process. How long it was this over a year? How long does something like this usually
No,
take,
I'm
especially
very
in New York
fast.
City?
So
Tell me. Wow.
I'm 6 months.
Wow.
I'm 6 months. I because and sometimes if it's just a kitchen or just a bathroom, I'm in and out in less than three. Because what I do is I prayer prioritize. I can't even say that word. I what I
Prioritize.
do is I get yes, the tongue gets
Mm-hmm.
twisted. Um, I'm sure that everything is ordered, everything is waiting, everybody is on target. So when we're ready to demo, the plumbers are there, electricians are there, tile people are there. Everybody is ready to roll because all the product and everything that we need is there. So it's only a matter of pushing the labor to move quicker. And a lot of places, they only give you 6 months to do
Oh,
something. And if
interesting.
you can't do it within that period of time, what happens is the client is billed by the co-op or the condo for
Mm-hmm.
the amount of time that's past due. And it could range anywhere from $50 a day to
Yeah.
a couple of $100 a day. So on a week, if they're late, it'd be a couple of $1,000s a week that they're
Yeah.
running late. So a lot of
And
people
do most
have,
people, like in this situation, do they have to move out of their place for quite a few
oh,
months or?
okay, so I have two clients that because I renovated, like this particular client that you just saw,
Yeah.
I rented her whole apartment. Prior to it, she owned an apartment where her father used to live down the block. So they hired me first to do this adorable one bedroom apartment, which we set all up. And I never knew I was getting this big job. I thought I was just getting this little
Yeah.
apartment, which I did a great job on, but I was surprised. And they said, okay, now you're ready for the big one. And then they gave me this huge apartment and they lived there while I did everything. So it
Got
was
it.
terrific. The only thing that we had to keep there is her husband is a doctor and he's also a concert pianist.
Wow.
So what we had to keep in half of the time that I was there, I had to keep the piano in a separate room so he can go up and practice. And that was the only thing that we had to do that within this space. Everything else was packed, put away, done. But his piano we needed to put in a special place, all plastic in, and he could go and practice. That was the only thing
Beautiful.
I had to do. That's
Beautiful.
pretty good.
All right, Maxine. Well, how did you want to kind of sum up for today and what do you have in store for us next week? Do we know yet?
Well, I figured I'm going to show you some small kosher kitchens because since
Sure.
it's a big thing because of this TV thing, and then a couple of other additional little things. But I have two modern kosher kitchens that look great and for younger people and a little bit more hip. Okay. Okay.
Perfect. Sounds
All right.
good.
All right. So have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.
You too. Thank you for being so sweet. But I want to know how we reach out to you. Everyone out there, well, who's this Maxine Schreiber? We all know
Okay.
of
So
her.
they can
Tell
reach
us.
me out at the
So
office,
modest. Mm-hmm.
which is 212
Mm-hmm.
588 9521. We also are online, which is maxineschreiberdesign.com.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we do a lot of things on internet, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook. So they can find us if they want to.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. Pleasure having you, and thank you for being so thorough. It's so beautiful to see the work like that come into fruition from your plans, from the befores, from the demolition to the after. And thanks for enlightening us. Can't wait to see more next week. Have a fantastic day, darling.
You too, and
Thank
enjoy.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.